Hi, Mark Shepard, 7th degree black belt in Okinawa Shorin Ryu karate. This video is going to talk about the basic hand techniques of karate. Karate is known for its rich use of the hands and the feet. This video will talk about the hands and how you can use those as an offensive weapon in the use of karate. We're going to start off with the most natural, which is the fist. To make a fist in karate is you roll the knuckles back nice and tight, and the thumb goes high on the knuckles. Not inside, not up here. Nice and high on the knuckles. Nice, strong, compact sort of tool. We're going to start off with using this in a basic karate punch. Karate punch, you make impact with these N2 knuckles, and you will make impact in a twisting, grinding motion. I'll demonstrate this in a kibidachi or horse stance. So I start with my fists on hip, and I punch and I twist. Straight out, making impact, twisting. So it's not only just the force of the punch coming out, but it's also the twisting nature. What makes a karate punch devastating is it's straight. It's not hooking. It's not an uppercut like you might see in boxing or some other forms. It's straight out. It's straight out. It just comes straight out, right at you. Very tough to stop when it's coming that direct at you. So again, karate punch, straight out, using those N2 knuckles, striking with them, hitting very hard, very strong. Keeping the hand in a fist, we're just going to shift to the back part of the knuckles. This would be a back fist. This would be basically striking out and using the back part of the knuckles, let's say to the temple, to the stomach area. It could be lower to the groin. So it's a back fist. So you'd be striking out, and you notice I cock the hand a little bit as I hit. So it isn't just the whipping motion of the arm, which generates a lot of force. It's right there on impact. I just flip those knuckles out there and hit nice and hard to the target. Next area, still staying on the fist, is the outside edge. This is called a hammer fist, and like its name is, it's a hammering motion using that outside fist of the fist to hammer down on the opponent. So coming straight down, coming straight down. It could be low, it could be coming up underneath the groin, I could be coming across to the rib cage. A lot of different uses for the hammer fist by, depending on the angle, I could come across, down. Very, very strong, effective sort of weapon. One other last part of the fist, not used a lot, but you can also use the inside edge of a hammer fist. So I could come across and strike here, ring somebody's bell on the side of their head as they come across, striking with the inside part of the fist. Okay, let's open the hand up. Let's first start on the fingertips. When you're going to use the fingertips, several key points. One, roll the fingers together a little bit. You don't want them straight out. You don't want them too straight because then they could snap backwards and you could hurt yourself. By rolling them forward, if you do collapse, they're going to collapse naturally and they're not going to hurt. Two, you want to have them kind of cupped in a little bit so that the fingers kind of align as much as possible. Your middle fingers are going to be longer just naturally, but you want to bring them in a little bit. And then finally, thumb high, locked in place. So what would you use this for? Well, the most common is what's known as a nookie thrust or a spear hand. It's basically striking straight out, hitting a soft area. This is anytime you use the fingertips, it's going to be more against soft targets. Solar plexus, groin. Solar plexus, very good spot. Groin, another good spot. Anywhere soft. You're not going to nookie thrust somebody in the forehead. You're going to probably hurt yourself more than you're going to hurt them. But you go for small areas. If I turn it sideways, I got the throat. I have that as a target area. So again, depending on how you do it. So again, striking out, strike out, pull back, and that would be a knife hand. Moving on, let's go to the outside edge of open hand. This would be this striking area. This is most commonly used in what's known as a karate chop, where I'm coming down and I'm striking with this part of the hand, maybe to the collarbone, maybe coming into the side of the neck. I could, ring somebody's bell with it. I could come across the body and hit rib cages, or someone behind me, I can come up underneath and catch somebody in the groin. But again, it's basically a karate chop. Sometimes it's called a basic knife hand strike as well. Again, using the outside edge of the hand as a weapon. Now you can flip it and use the inside edge as well. In there, you're going to tuck the finger down a little bit more, and this is what's known as a ridge hand. So you're going to come across striking, and you'll be striking with this part of the hand. Again, side of the head, softer parts of the side, the ribs. You could come upward and strike up through the groin. Again, softer body parts you could use on a ridge hand. One last part of the hand that you can use as a weapon is what's known as the palm heel. The palm heel is this area as you flex your hand back, and right where your hand and wrist come together, it's right here in this little V. And then you typically roll your fingers in tight, and you can strike up. This is good for just taking somebody out at the chin. You can also slam it right into the stomach, the solar plexus. I can slam it in the groin. So it's a palm heel strike. Straight out, nice and aligned, a little bit closer in because you're further down the hand. But again, a very effective weapon because you can generate a lot of force, which is that part of your hand. So that gives you a flavor for how you can use your hands as an offensive weapon in karate.